show cruelty, though I may make mistakes. Don't let me show ugliness, though I know I can hate. And don't let me show evil, though it might be all I take. Show me love, show me love, show me love.
Black excellence to me is like successful Black people like Obama, Oprah.
The Obama family, I love them. I have Michelle on this side, Barack on this side.
Black excellence to me is just showing the world that I'm proud of my culture and where I come from.
Well, it's just being yourself, I guess, around others and not being afraid to show your Blackness.
A Black person who is able to make the most out of what he has and surpass what is expected from him.
I feel like Black excellence is just Black people thriving.
Black excellence to me is Black people just exceeding and thriving and having Black pride and just excelling in places where we're not told that we're supposed to excel in, or in areas where, you know, the systems are against us, whether that's academics.
We're smart, we're beautiful people.
My mom tells me the story, I was 4 and I was on the bus and my mom's white. And I saw like these group of Black teenagers like walk by and they sat in the back of the bus. And apparently I asked my mom, I was like, oh, like how come I look like them but I don't look like you? Like that's weird.
I think like when I was younger I kind of tried to fit in by kind of straightening my hair, not embracing myself. I didn't always think I was beautiful as a Black woman.
I mean, like, I guess being Black is like obviously you're different from everyone else, but like you have to be this way to be accepted around other people.
It's more like our society is more open to talking about issues like this.
Basically, the civil rights movement, the entire world saw it, and it shone the light on how much violence was being perpetrated against people of color.
I still have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream.
His influences all around the school.
Everywhere, school, water fountains.
And I really, really appreciate Martin Luther King for all he has done. He made it possible for Black people to be able to seen as equal or, you know, as humans.
He like took a big step that changed like everything.
Love that man. Honestly, an icon. He was just really just trying to be heard. And when they were playing games and not listening to him, he just worked harder to be heard.
I think that he was a really strong leader and I respect him a lot.
Obviously, I feel like he's very highlighted during February, which is Black History Month if you don't know. And after that, people forget about him, which is kind of sad. Like, I do wish that we talked about other people who also helped him in that movement.
We almost never learn about Malcolm, which is ironic.
Our people to organize ourselves and let the government know that if they don't stop that Klan, we'll stop it ourselves. And then you'll see the government start doing something about it. But don't ever think that they're going to do it just on some kind of morality basis. No.
I think he showed Black people that they can fight back and win in some cases. And so influence is bad and good. Like, he still made a huge impact.
Malcolm X had like a different approach in getting what he wants. He did it more in a direct way. He didn't play like, you know, if they were going to treat him wrong, he was going to fight back.
If they're going to like hit us, we're going to hit them back. So like, it's like what they do to us, we're going to do to them.
Like, California gun laws were specifically made because of the Black Panthers, because they didn't want Black people to have guns.
I think he could be like talked about more because Martin Luther King is like really like the spotlight kind of like the civil rights movement.
I feel like it fizzled out after a while because some of the self-ran Black Panther parties crumpled on themselves if they weren't killed. And also I feel like people kind of strayed away from it, because once they got something that they felt was theirs, the illusion of freedom, then they completely ditched the idea altogether, when like it's still a continuous fight.
When you speak up about your beliefs, you let people know that they can't take advantage of you.
If people didn't speak out about their beliefs, I feel like we wouldn't be here now. Black people have to work harder to like get places and get jobs that is like really easy for white people to get.
Honestly, I didn't really understand the difference between the skin colors because I have a lot of family. So like I have 5 siblings. I have hella cousins. So I just got really used to being with people who looked like me. It wasn't until I went to Ingraham and I was like the only black student in my classroom.
I think I've noticed it here at Ingraham High School only because I see it in the IB program. There's not a lot of people of color, and that includes black people, you know, Mexicans. In that program, there's mostly white kids. And I don't think it's because black kids or people of color don't have the education to do so. It's because they're not really pushed themselves to be in that program. And so if we had mentors for them to like say like, you can do this, then I definitely think that we could do it.
Being a black woman in America, you have to choose your battles because you don't want to be depicted as the angry black woman.
Especially today, if you try to speak up against it in certain situations, it's only going to make it worse. And people are going to call security, they're going to get all mad at you and stuff like that, and then you might end up getting yourself hurt.
Black people just like lack representation in school, and like when you learn about it, you don't really learn like the whole story. Elementary school, I remember like being left out.
I was in like 2nd grade. A bus rolled up and like they were like passing by, but we were both at the stop sign. I was walking and it was a bunch of kids in the bus. The kids in the back of the bus like opened their windows and they were like, "You're so dark," and like just a bunch of rude, really mean comments.
Okay, so a lot of shit has happened at school, just like, you know, blackface. This video that happened my sophomore year, I'm not gonna repeat what was said.
I've had some kind of under the current like, oh, you're not really supposed to be here kind of thing. Like today I was in Nordstrom and somebody was following me around Nordstrom the entire time.
People who are not people of color, like they say like the N-word, it really does bother me. I don't even say the N-word because I don't agree. I don't like that name, you know. It's something that brought our ancestors down.
If you're not black and you say the N-word, I will press you. Everybody will press you. It's not cute, you look dumb, you look like a racist. It's not a good look. There's so many other words that you could use. And yet here we are. It's 2019. Guys, get it together. Oh my god, a lot of people ask me about my hair, how it's curly, why it's like this, why it doesn't grow, why does it bounce back.
I remember I was like walking to the park because we used to go to like the park every Friday, and this one kid asked me if my hair was real, and it was just like in a ponytail, and like since my hair is curly, like it looked different than like the other hair like of the kids in my class.
I think we just need to have conversations. A lot of white people get in sticky situations because they just don't understand and they don't know how important the civil rights movement was and how much it impacted black people in America.
I feel like we need more representation still. I think we need to flood the law enforcement with people of color as well. You can't have people of an opposite area policing an area that they've never been into. You can't have a guy from Bellevue policing Rainier Beach. That makes no sense because he has no sympathy for those people.
Okay, BSU, Friday, room 112. Be there, we have snacks sometimes, listen to music. We got Oreos. We only have black snacks though. We don't take the golden Oreos.